Have you ever watched TLC My 600 Pounds Life and we see those people fighting for their lives? They can't even walk anymore most of the times. They can bathe for themselves. They just need help to do the most simpler, smaller things in life. And I think most of us have this idea that obesity, severe obesity, just looks like that. But in reality, many people in the world right now are suffering from severe obesity and are people that still can walk and they can bathe for themselves and they are just living alongside with you and you just don't notice them. They do have a BMI over 40 and they are struggling with health issues. That was exactly my reality, and what started as just being a little overweight and insecure about my self-image soon turned into major health problems that I had to deal with every day in my life when I was just about 21 years old. I had hypertension, which is high blood pressure. I had type 2 diabetes. I had hepatic steatosis, which is fatty liver, chronic pain all over my body. I just couldn't sleep. I had severe insomnia and sleep apnea. Overall, a very low quality of life. I was told by many doctors that if I don't lose the weight, I could just die while sleeping, which is terrifying to hear. And I was at a point of my life that my health problems were so intense, I was so heavy, and it was so hard for me to lose the weight that I simply thought of just giving up. I thought I wouldn't be able to lose the weight. I thought I wouldn't be able to survive for much longer. And which is very sad. I was only 21 years old. I had a whole life ahead of me and I didn't see it that way because I was so consumed by the fact that I was extremely overweight. I suffered with severe obesity and I had to deal with all of these problems. And I always had in my mind, like most of the people, that it was all my fault completely. I was just eating too much, which I was. The point is that I thought all of this was just because I couldn't stop eating, which it was partly true because I was eating too much, of course, but it was not only this. But now, after a lot of research, and I am actually a fourth year medical student, so I am in touch with the subject in my day-to-day life, I know that obesity is a very serious, multifactorial chronic disease that needs to be treated as the complex condition that it is. Yes, I have tried many diets before, many workout routines, but none of that really worked. I lost a little bit of weight here and there, but I always gained it all back. I guess it was in 2019, I was 20 years old. I was not at the peak of my obesity, but I went to a doctor who was also a surgeon, and he was the first doctor that really introduced me to the idea of going through a bariatric surgery. And at first, when he told me about this possibility, I was completely offended, to be honest. And I just told him, no, I won't do it. I can, try another diet. I can just start working out. I'm going to lose the weight. I am able to do it myself. I don't need this kind of help. I don't need to, give up completely and go through surgery, because I had this terrible and complete ignorant mindset at the time that bariatric surgery, was actually you accepting your failure. And now that I know so much about this, so much about obesity, and so much how it's really difficult to treat this condition, this disease, I'm actually considering to become a bariatric surgeon myself, but that's a topic for another video. So let's stick to the topic of this video, which was I had severe obesity. I was introduced to the idea of going through bariatric surgery. I didn't accept that idea at the time. I went home, I tried other diets, they didn't work. I was just gaining more and more weight over time. 3 years after this doctor's appointment, after a long time avoiding this, I decided to weigh myself, and I was shocked. I saw the number 164 kilograms, which is this amount in pounds. And I just, I didn't know what to do. I knew that I was gaining more weight. I could see that, but I never thought it was going to be that much. At this point of the story, we were in 2021, and it was actually one of my auntie's friends that went through bariatric surgery herself and really liked the surgeon, that told my aunt about a specific surgeon. And my aunt was watching me gaining more and more weight, and was also watching my health decrease so much and so fast, and she told me about this surgeon. and I was very skeptical at first, but then I decided to give it a chance. So I scheduled one appointment, and my first impression was, oh, what a nice guy. I went to so many doctors and they were so extremely rude to me. I know it shouldn't be that way, but they were so extremely rude to me. And this a specific doctor, he explained it to me a lot about my condition and why it was so hard for me to just lose the weight only dieting and exercising, which is completely possible. Let me say this, it's completely possible, but there are so many reasons when we're talking about severe obesity. Your body just doesn't respond the same way to your attempts of losing weight. It actually holds you back, so it's that complex. After that, I was convinced and I felt really comfortable and confident, and I decided to go through bariatric surgery. I went through bypass surgery on May 2022, so it's been a little more than 3 years, and I lost the total of 64 kilograms, which is 139 pounds over the course of these 3 years. Actually, I had lost this amount only after maybe 2 years after the surgery, and then I stopped losing weight. I like to think that I am not at the end of my journey. I am now more focused on increasing my muscle mass and, changing my body composition and trying to lose more fat. But I don't have type 2 diabetes anymore. I don't have high blood pressure. I cured my fatty liver. I don't suffer with chronic pain anymore, and my labs are absolutely normal. So I couldn't be more satisfied, and that was my journey. I mean, for some, going through surgery is not an option, and I mean, I totally support you if you think that way, if you choose this path. But I just want you guys to understand that obesity is an extremely complex disease, and it needs to be treated individually, and you have to do the things that are going to work the best for you. At the end of the day, I think the main goal is for you to lose the weight, to regain your health, to regain your quality of life. So there are so many options these days for you to achieve that. And surgery, in my case, in my reality, was the best choice for me. So I hope you guys liked this video. I really wanted to share my story with you guys. If you want more videos about this topic, please let me know in the comments. Like this video, share it, subscribe to this channel. I am new here, so I would really appreciate if you subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.